What does a potential third term for Prime Minister Modi look like from your lens? Where do you see the third term of the BJP government taking India?
So I hope for three things, really. One is the solidifying of India's reforms. There are still areas where India is still a very difficult place to do business by global standards. It's very protectionist. Labor laws are very tough. Land acquisition is tough. Modi tried to do something about some of those things. Maybe the third term will allow him to just create, and it's really all over you. The people need to understand when you talk about reforms like this, it's all to help the average person. Because the big conglomerates and the big houses, they love having these complicated regulations and tariffs. It protects them from foreign competition. It protects them from domestic competition. They can manipulate the system. The more you open the economy up, the more the average person benefits, the more the small entrepreneur benefits. So one thing would be to really try and create a more of a level playing field in the Indian economy. The second is solidify the alliance with the United States. I strongly believe that it is in India's strategic interest not to be sitting on the fence, not to be playing footsie with the Russians. India would benefit dramatically by having a generational alliance with America. It doesn't have to be formal. I don't mean that. What I mean is a generational level of commitment that there's going to be cooperation, dialogue, cross-fertilization of economics, trade, technology, education.
Remember, but that's already happening, isn't it?
It's not happening. I mean, you take something like education. I was on the Yale board, so I know this a little bit. We tried desperately to do more in India. It's incredibly hard. India has so many backward colonial, post-colonial regulations that are so suspicious of foreign universities, so suspicious of foreign NGOs. What's happening, honestly, Rahul, is at a chattering class level. There's a lot of people, CEOs going back and forth, praising each other. What needs to happen is actual institutionalized people-to-people exchanges. Tariffs are still very high. India is the most protectionist large economy in the world. So all that needs to change. And then finally, I would hope he would unify the country. I think he has a real chance to go down. Look, he has a chance to go down as the most important Indian Prime Minister since Nehru. I think it would be hard for him to overtake Nehru because Nehru was India's first Prime Minister. And that gives him a kind of unique status as the man who established modern India and particularly modern Indian democracy. But he has the chance to leave a very powerful legacy.
But in a global context, if you go back in time as well, where does Modi stand in the pantheon of global leaders going back in history?
So Modi has to, that's where I think that Modi so far has played his hand well. He's shrewd. He manages to take advantage of situations well. He gets on well with other leaders. But what is his vision for India? Where does he want India to go? Where does he want it to be? And what I'm saying is I think India's destiny lies in being at the forefront of the democratic world, of the world of order, not disorder, of the world of a rules-based international system, of open societies, open politics, open economics. That is where, there needs to be a greater push in that direction. It can't just be that you play your hand well, that that doesn't put you in a pantheon. The people who are in the pantheon have vision.